When people think about Israel, they think about war, or religion, or even falafel. But to me, when I think about Israel, I think of the triumph of the human spirit. Israelis, surrounded by enemies, have turned a desert with hardly any natural resources into a flourishing, productive, and caring society. My name is Tal Ben-Shahar, and although I was born and bred in Israel, I spent much of my life living and working abroad. Working in Asia, studying in the US and the UK, and touring the world playing professional squash. I received my PhD from Harvard, and after completing my studies, I went on to teach there.
He teaches Harvard University's most popular class, Positive Psychology. Please welcome to the show, Tal Ben-Shahar. Tal?
It was very exciting to know that what I was thinking about, writing about, and teaching was having an impact. In spite of all this, I decided to move back to Israel. The main reason for this move, I would say, is family. The Israel I came back to was not the Israel I left. I was amazed at what happened here during the 14 years I was away. Israel had transformed. Israel had not only joined the 21st century, in many ways it was now leading the way.
When you look at the NASDAQ, companies are listed from around the world. There's one country, though, that truly stands out, and that is Israel.
Israel is the fastest growing, one of the most dynamic, entrepreneurial, and innovation-based economies on the planet.
The sky is the limit for inventors in Israel.
Israel has been a remarkable achiever in terms of technological innovation.
Israel has developed some of the world's leading technology.
Even if you don't live in Israel, chances are you have something that was made here.
If you just look at it on a daily basis, how much stuff do you use in your daily life that has its origins in Israel? It's rather remarkable.
Many of the microprocessors invented by Intel were designed in Israel.
Nowhere in the world outside of Silicon Valley will you find more technology startups.
People come from all over the world to look for Israeli technology.
Warren Buffett shelled out more than $4 billion for Iskar Metalworking, the largest purchase the legendary investor has made outside the United States.
I understand that their facilities are incredible, but I would expect that.
Intel developed here, HP as a center here, Google is very successful here, Microsoft as well as in research and development.
If you actually do the math, Microsoft is almost as much an Israeli company as we are a U.S. company.
This country has been such a beta site or a laboratory for solving both national and international problems since its inception.
The technology coming out of Israel is being used to connect the world, green the planet, save lives, and have fun.
Wow. Wow.
For instance, Kinect lets me use my body as the controller. This very cool technology was developed in Israel and then bought by Microsoft.
The workout.
In a way, Israel is known to everybody as a center of innovation, as a place where you can find more innovation than anywhere else in the world per capita.
If you look at countries that are represented in these stock exchanges, the ranking today is number one, of course, the United States. Number two is China, and number three is Israel. The US, China, Israel. Looking at our size, how is it that Israel, with its 7 million people, has the third largest group of companies traded in New York?
This is an amazing fact for a tiny country to actually eclipse all the nations of Europe in the creativity of its entrepreneurial leadership.
We were living here in the middle of the desert. We really had no choice. We had to come with something in order to farm in this area.
One of the main reasons behind the Israelis' ability to lead in innovation, to bring about progress, is the resilience in the face of crucibles like these.
Necessity is the mother of invention. You know, when you look around, you got sand all over the place, and you got to start becoming creative.
If you look at just about every Israeli home, school, park, or farm, you'll notice something interesting. An innovative idea that makes the most of Israel's very limited water supply: drip irrigation.
People think that this is just a plain hose with a hole in it. This is not the case. Behind each hole, there's this very sophisticated dripper that is pressure compensated, that is self-cleaning, that has filters in it. There's a lot of technology and research and development and innovation, so it's certainly not just a hole in a pipe.
With drip irrigation, farmers can grow 40% more crops by using only half the regular amount of water. This has enabled Israelis to go from surviving in a desert to thriving as a leading exporter of fresh fruit and vegetables all around the world.
You know, when I travel and I see our irrigation systems in remote places, and I see how it helps people to grow more with less, I'm very proud of it.
At any given time, over 100 million people are confined to wheelchairs. And although wheelchairs have become more sophisticated, they've really been the only option. Amit Gopher has the chutzpah to believe that he can change all that.
The initial idea was to make a device that will enable people to function from morning to night without the need of using wheelchair.
From medical myths to medical marvels, we head to Jerusalem to meet a paraplegic who's walking tall. It's a breakthrough you're going to have to see for yourself.
You are witnessing a miracle. The man you see standing up, walking, even climbing stairs, has been paralyzed for more than 20 years.
And never I think about I walk. Only the dream I walk.
When I see the impact of the device on a person, it gives me great pleasure.
Oh, it's the greatest thing. Cruising down the hallway. Oh, it's awesome. It's like it's been the best thing since the accident.
This country has become a country with all its imperfections that sees as part of its purpose looking out for other people.
The Bible says so. The Torah, the Jewish tradition talks about guiding and helping others.
That's the Jewish DNA. That's Israeli hardwiring. Also, religious or secular makes no difference.
I want to do something good, and not just for myself, but I wanted to do something good for Israel, for the society, and you know, it feels strange, but I think that it's also for the world.
You know, we're far from perfect, but we're in the game, okay? We're in there fighting and helping and trying, and we're creating cures for cancer, and we're creating new, cool technology, and we're trying to feed the world. We're trying to solve dependence on oil. It really goes to the heart of what being an Israeli is about.
This is what Israel is all about. And to be back here, to be able to share it all with my family, this is what life is all about.